Welcome back to Public Relations N5, and we're still doing Module 5 with the social skills and protocol of a public relations officer. We're still doing the communication styles, so now we're on to what is a communication style. And if I say I'm stylish, there's always a certain scenario that you equate to what a style is. It's a behavior, yes. So when you talk about the communication style, it is the behavior whilst transmitting information. So there's certain big names here, Jerry Wofford, that says a communication style might be defined as a specialized set of interpersonal behaviors which are used in a given situation. Yes, because when I transmit information via video, I'm going to be somehow formal and then crack a joke or a jawbreaker or do something in between. But when I address a toddler group, I will be playing the entire time. When I address a room full of UNISA professors, then I will be very formal, even dress the part. So communication styles will be then the behaviors that the certain behaviors that is conducted that within a certain situation. And your module also covers about 6 of these communication styles, and I will go through it as follows. We have the controlling style, the egalitarian style, structuring, dynamic, relinquishing, and withdrawal styles. We will start off with the controlling style. Now, word already indicate Heil Hitler. No, let's not be prejudiced, but controlling style is when the sender of the information is instructing. He's giving the information and there's almost no room for feedback. So when you are in a communication style that has a control sphere around it, it is when there is only room for one person in the communication style to render input. So controlling style is a form of one-way communication. It is used to direct others and gain their compliance. So you're going to instruct and they need to comply. And you must have said, oops, that really is Heil Hitler, eh? But yes, it is mommy telling the child, go and go to bed. It is your supervisor says, please follow up on that specific client. It is the public relations officer that's requesting the budget. I need the budget for the event today. So it is a controlling of information one way, and there's little room for feedback, if at all any feedback to be given. Now we go to the flip side of the coin, egalitarian. Egalitarian is a style where there's two-way communication. So when you instruct something, you are eliciting some response. You want feedback of the person that is receiving the information. So what do you think of the following scenario? Is an example where you are trying to get the receiver or your your group, your team, the people working with you input on the scenario. It's about sharing information rather than directing the behavior. It is used to stimulate others to express their ideas, almost like in a brainstorming session. The facilitator is there and he's asking for many ideas and everybody can participate. And there's no room for people being victimized, but just to contribute positively and constructively to the idea. Then we have structuring style. Now the word already tells you certain formats, regulations, rules needs to be followed. So when you have the structuring style of interpersonal communication, it is used to establish schedules. That's rules. That's a timetable. Or impose organization hierarchy. Who reports to who? So I can't tell you what to do. I can perhaps inform you what the scenario is. Young gentlemen, young ladies, you're going to instruct people in your department what to do. And there won't be cross communication because they need to know who to report to at the end of the day. So structured, there's a definite level of management and hierarchy to be followed. dynamic style. The dynamic style is a high energy approach. So, almost to say the information is shared amongst two individuals that are very strong, enthusiastic people. Both are knowledgeable. Both can contribute or give input to the problem solving or to the scenario at hand. So you have the person giving the information, being knowledgeable, but also at the other hand, being receptive to what the receiver can input, because that person is just as enthusiastic for giving his or her input. So dynamic style, make sure as PR officers of the future, you know who you are addressing, because yes, maybe that old dog can be taught new tricks. And maybe the manager that you thought will never change just learned how to operate an iPhone. Dynamic style is a high energy approach and uses encouraging requests to motivate another person to take action. It is generally ineffective when the receivers do not base enough knowledge. So that's why I say dynamic can only be effective and they are knowledgeable, both parties, the informant and the recipient of the information. Then we're going on to the next one. Relinquishing style. It's not like saying I'm giving up. In this scenario is the relinquishing style is courteous rather than directive. He also knows, it's almost like underpinning the previous one. He also knows that who they are talking to are also knowledgeable people. They are not victimizing or not downgrading the people that they are working with, but they also know that they can give off some of their responsibility, because that person can also do the work, maybe even better than what he or she can. So relinquishing style, you're not giving all away your authority, but you're giving some responsibility to the people that you're working with. For example, a manager using the style might allow his subordinate to discuss and develop the final solution. So you are entrusting your teamwork. The last one is withdrawal style. Exactly. You're cutting yourself off. You're withdrawing. He knows best. Let him go ahead. So withdrawal style is similar to lack of communication. You don't want to participate anymore. Your ideas are never being taken seriously. You are being seen as the dull head in a brainstorm scenario that he wants to put up and nobody's taking notice of him. So what he does at the end of the day, nobody's going to take part. So I'm communicating this interest. Now the following slide or PowerPoint will be about the different styles of rendering to this specific one, withdrawal styles, non-verbal and verbal communication. And now I've alluded to the next section. So I hope your eyes are pierced and you are very interested as to how we're going to conclude this module. I thank you very much for attending, and till we meet again. Thank you.